organization's position regarding the outbreak and deaths from these diseases, which we may call Stone Age diseases that are preventable and that are treatable?
Yes, as Zimbabwe Association of Doctors for Human Rights, we are very saddened by this development of events. We feel that in 2016, Zimbabwe should not be seen to be struggling with such primitive diseases, which are basically caused by filth and lack of proper hygiene and sanitation.
Now, what can people do now, given that in Harare, for instance, we see the Harare City Council disconnecting water supplies and at the same time failing to collect refuse and rubbish?
Well, I think ratepayers have to put pressure on the city fathers to concentrate on their core business, which is service delivery. According to our new constitution, things such as health and water, they are basic human rights which every citizen should get, and as ratepayers they should demand that the city fathers provide these since they are paying rates. I think also another thing is litigation even. I do not believe these things are legal. The way they are disconnecting water and now this is leading to unnecessary loss of lives. So I think the City Council has to be taken to task over these issues.
In other words, the residents can sue the Harare City Council? Definitely,
because they are not providing the services, yet rates are being paid.
Can people suffering from these diseases, which are due to negligence of council, pay for services at hospitals also? What is your take on that?
Well, ideally, health access is supposed to be free, especially in emergency services. When your life is threatened, you are supposed to walk into any public or private institution and get treatment. Unfortunately, now on the ground, we find that even basic health care, which is provided by the City Council, you have to pay. If you go to state hospitals, you have to pay at least $15. So what I foresee is a lot of people are actually going to be dying in their homes from these preventable diseases, which have been actually caused by negligence. But these people won't be in a position to afford health care, because as it is, a lot of people don't have disposable income, and most health institutions are insisting on cash up front.
But looking at the situation that we find ourselves in as residents, what advice can you give to us in order maybe to a certain level to avoid these outbreaks?
I would advise that people practice proper hygiene, make sure they wash their hands before eating every meal, wash fruits, ensure proper waste disposal, avoid using the bush system. And there's also this issue of bores and wells that are in the high density areas. Most of them have been found to be contaminated. So if you're actually getting water from a bore, it is advisable to boil it as well. Because what we see happening now is the sewage pipes are bursting, but they are not being repaired. So this water is mixing with bore and well water underground, and when you then drink from that water source with the assumption that is a clean water source, you can actually find yourself getting infected. So I ask all people to be very vigilant and to report to their nearest healthcare center if they feel or suspect that they might have typhoid. And also take these institutions to task, even if they don't have money, they should actually insist that the right to health is enshrined in the Bill of Rights. They are allowed to be treated without money, so they should not be afraid to present themselves to these city council or state health institutions to access treatment, and maybe if they can provide the payment later. But when it's an emergency, we think we have to prioritize life over money.